Dear friends, now let us quickly revise the chapter areas related to circles of 10th maths. So here what all things you are required to know in this chapter. So basically in this areas related to circles, so you need to what is circumference, and you need to know perimeter and area of various parts of the circles that is shown in this chart, and circumference, the various formula used. So what is circumference? Circumference is nothing but it is the distance covered by traveling once around the circle is called as circumference. It is nothing but this perimeter, but as far as circle is concerned, the term used instead of perimeter, it is called as circumference. So what it means, suppose if I have a circle here and if I start from this point and once I reach back to that point, the total distance traveled or the length of it is called as circumference. I hope you understood what is the circumference. Circumference is nothing but a perimeter, but perimeter of a circle. So it is the total distance traveled once around the circle. So if you measure the total the circumference and if you take the ratio of it with the diameter, it will be a constant, and that constant is called as pi, or its value is 22/7. So that means circumference divided by diameter is a constant, and that constant is called as pi, or its value is 22/7 or 3.14. So this is a fixed constant value. So irrespective of the circumference and of that circle, if you measure the diameter, the ratio, that will give you a constant value called as pi. So that means if you rearrange this, circumference will be equal to pi into diameter, and you also know that diameter is double the radius. So that means I can also write this as circumference is equal to pi into 2r. Either in terms of diameter, if you are writing in terms of diameter, it is pi into d, and if you know the radius, it is pi into 2r. You know that diameter is twice the radius. So that means if I rearrange, circumference is usually written as c equal to 2 pi r, and the radius of a that is if you need to find the area of a circle, that area is equal to pi r square. So where r is the radius and pi is a constant value, that is 22/7 or 3.14. So and here we also need to know some terms in the circle. So this is the circle where I have a radius drawn from center of the circle to a point on the circle called as radius, and if you are joining 2 points on the circle passing through the center, it is called as a diameter, and if a line that is just touching the circle is called as tangent, and if a line is passing through the circle at 2 different points, then it is called as secant, and if I have a line segment joining the 2 points on the circle, then it is called as chord. I hope you are able to differentiate between chord and secant. A secant, it is a line passing through the 2 points on the circle. It is further extended on either side, but whereas in the case of chord, it is a segment, line segment joining 2 points on the circle. So that is these are all the various terms that you are also required to know: chord, secant, tangent, radius and diameter. Then here you can see I have a circle and its radius is r, and if I have 2 radius and there is an arc here, and this becomes the you can say it is nothing but a sector. So in that sector, so here you can see OP is one radius, OQ is another radius, and there is an arc here. So this is nothing but a sector, and if it is a smaller one, will be called as minor sector, and the larger one is called as a major sector. So that is a minor sector and major sector here. And in a circle, if I have here, you can see PQ is a chord. So this chord is again will be having here for the region or the area that is formed or the region that is formed If it is smaller in size, then it is called as minor segment. The region that is formed due to this segment, this chord, is called as if the area is more, then it is called as a major segment. So what is the difference between sector and segment? Sector is nothing but a circular region. It is a circular region enclosed by two radii and an arc. Corresponding arc is called as a sector. It is a region formed, whereas a segment is nothing but the region, a circular region enclosed between the chord and the corresponding arc. So PQ is a chord, and here I have an arc. So the total region that is formed here is called as a segment, and again I have a minor segment and a major segment. So depending upon that region, if it is a smaller one, usually referred as minor segment, and a larger one is called as a major segment. And you please understand the arc also. What do you mean by arc? So arc is nothing but it is a part of the circumference. So here I have a arc here. So it is a part of the circumference, but whereas a sector is the region formed because of the two radii and the arc. So I hope you understood the difference between arc and sector. So arc is a part of the circumference. It is a part of the circumference. So here you can see PRQ is a major arc, whereas so this one is a small arc, that is a minor arc. Then please remember all these area and perimeter of various figures of the circle. So if it is a full circle, then the area is found out by pi r square if radius is known. So r is the radius here. Pi into r square gives us the area of a circle, and if we know the diameter, then the formula is pi d square by 4, because r, if you substitute r is nothing but d by 2, and its square becomes pi d square by 4. Then perimeter or circumference, so here it will be 2 pi r. So for the whole circle, the perimeter will be 2 pi r or pi d, because 2 into r is nothing but diameter. So 2 pi r or pi d. So here you need to know what is r is nothing but the radius, d is diameter, pi value is 3.14, or you can use 22 by 7. So you can use either of these two depending upon the problem, where you can sometimes using this fraction part also you will be able to simplify very fast instead of this decimal. Use accordingly this value. Then semicircle, if you are given a semicircle and asked to find the area and perimeter, so please remember all this formula. The area of a semicircle of radius r is nothing but pi r square by 2. It is just a half of this total circle. Semicircle is half of the circle. So pi r square by 2 is the area of a semicircle, and perimeter will be pi r plus r plus r, that is 2r. Pi r plus 2r is the perimeter of a semicircle. Then quadrant is again half of this semicircle. So accordingly the area becomes here half of this is nothing but pi r square by 4, because quadrant is half of this semicircle. And perimeter again, so this part pi r by 2, so this one, that's arc part, is pi r by 2, plus we need to add this radius also to find the perimeter, r plus r 2r. So this arc part perimeter is pi r by 2 plus 2r. Then if you are given a ring like this, having a outer radius of capital R and having a inner radius small r, then we can find out the area of this ring, that is given by pi into r plus r into r minus r. So pi r plus r into r, you can say pi into capital R square minus small r square also. So either of these you can use it. So you can area of this ring is nothing but equal to pi into capital R square minus small r square. Then perimeter of this ring perimeter of this ring, if for outer ring, outer this one, the perimeter is 2 pi r, outer circumference, and for inner circumference will be 2 pi small r, 2 pi small r. So capital R is the radius of the bigger circle and small r is the radius of the smaller circle. Then sector, we have seen what is sector. Sector is nothing but the region bounded by two radii and an arc of length L here, that is. So the angle subtended will be theta here. So theta by is the area becomes theta by 360 into pi r square. So theta by 360 into pi r square is the area of this sector, area of this sector. So if theta is known, we will be able to find the area of this sector, theta by 360 into pi r square. Suppose if you are given the arc length L, then you can use this formula to find the area of this sector, half L into R. Then perimeter, perimeter of this sector, perimeter is nothing but the outer total length. So here perimeter is nothing but theta by 360, theta by 360 into 2 pi r, theta by 360 into 2 pi r, that is the this particular portion, arc, perimeter of an arc, plus the radius r plus r, 2 radii, r plus r, that is 2r. So that is the perimeter of this sector. So small r is the radius of a circle and L is the length of arc. Then segment, segment. So this segment here, whatever the segment we have, either the minor segment or major segment. So this segment is nothing but this chord and the arc forms this segment. So how to find the area of it? So first we need to find the total area of the sector and subtract with the this angle area. So that is theta by 360 into pi r square. So that is nothing but the sector area, total sector area, minus the area of an angle here, the triangle, area of a triangle so formed here. So that means theta by 360 pi r square minus half r square sin theta. Then to find the perimeter, so here we need to know this, that is length, arc length. So that is pi r theta by 180 into plus 2r sin theta by 2. So plus 2r into sin theta by 2 perimeter. So theta is the angle subtended by an arc at the center. So this segment area, I hope you are able to remember this. So that is nothing but the area of a sector minus area of this tangent. By subtracting the area of the tangent with the sector, area of the sector, we will be able to find the area of a segment. So please remember all these area to find any combinations of a circle that are given, to find the area or to find the perimeter. I hope this is very useful for you all. Once you are able to remember this whole one slide, you will be able to answer any question given in this chapter. So all the best. I hope it will be useful for you. So please do subscribe, like and share to get more such videos. Thank you.